Hello family and friends, welcome back. It's your girl Miss Monificent here. Happy Friday, happy Saturday, but you probably won't be seeing this video until Sunday. Okay, so in today's video I am bringing you guys a revamp project. This was the last thing that I wanted to do to my home while I was doing some fall touches. I kind of changed a few things, which you will see in my fall home tour, following right behind this one. But it is my entryway table. I purchased this table from someone on OfferUp for $20, and when I got it, they had it all painted blue, handles and everything. So when I got it, I just threw some ivory chalk paint on it, some dark wax on the top, and then tried to throw these knobs on it. So, and it worked. It worked for the time. But I got this piece that was over my TV stand from Hobby Lobby, and this inspired me to remake my console table. So it's no longer over my TV stand. It is now here. And so what I wanted to do, my original plan was to place hairpin legs here. And oh my gosh, you guys, when I was shopping around for hairpin legs, I did not realize the cost of hairpin legs when I had the idea in my head. Hairpin legs are so expensive, and as the more inches you need or for hairpin legs, the more the price goes up. So, I mean, for the inches that I needed, they were running anywhere from $75 to $100. And I'm like, no way am I going to pay that much. And the table was only $20. So what I decided to do was go to Home Depot, and I purchased one long 10-foot black pipe, and they cut this pipe for me for free, and the pipe was $9.50. And then I also purchased these phalanges right here, and this is what is going to attach to the base so that the legs can go on there. And these were like $2 and some change. So it came out way cheaper than the hairpin legs. And I think I still would get the effect that I'm looking for to kind of match this up. I'm also going to throw a fresh coat of paint over here, and I'm just going to try to emulate the distressing on this piece here. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So I hope you guys stay tuned to follow me along with this project and see the outcome. So let's get to work. Okay, so the first step I've done, I've turned the table over on its side, and right here, let me see if I can get you guys a better view. Okay. So right down in here, there's holes where I took my screwdriver and I unscrewed the holes, and I'm just going to remove the base just like that. This part I don't need. I do not want. Okay, now that I took the base off the table, I'm going to move on to my phalanges. I'm going to move on to my phalanges, and if you can see, this is the part where the base was on right here, so none of this got painted. So that is where I'm going to place my phalanges, because that's like right around the area where the legs would be. So I want to be using my measuring tape because I've already placed one down here on the end, which you can't see. Let's see. Okay. I've already placed, let me back up. Okay, there we go. I've already placed one here on the end. So to make sure that my measurements are the same for each end, I'm going to measure them. Okay, pretty much happy with my measurements, and now I'm using these 1/2-inch wood screws that look like this. Okay, and this is what they look like. So they're pretty small, but the heads are pretty fat because I'm going with the thickness of the wood. Don't want to go all the way through the table. And I'm also not going to be pre-drilling. I'm just going to take my time drilling it in. So that I don't strip the wood. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, then I'll come back when I'm screwing the legs on. Okay, you guys, I got all 4 legs on. This is a really simple project. Now all I'm going to do is take my pipes, and I measured it to, I told you guys before, I measured it to the, you know, the base to the legs. I wish I would have added a little bit more height, but this is fine. And all I'm going to do is screw them in. That is in. Hope you guys can see me. That one is in. Let's screw this one in. Uh-oh. Is it screwing in? Oh. Okay. Screw the 3rd leg on. I'm on the 3rd leg now. This project was really simple. The only thing I did forget to do is buy some caps for the end of it. So okay, you guys, I have the legs on here. Now I'm going to flip it over and take a look at it. Make sure it stands right. Okay, you guys, and this is what it's looking like right now in the state. Real simple, easy project. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started with painting. I'm going to go ahead and give it a couple of coats of painting, and then I'm going to come back to show you guys what I do to distress it without using sandpaper with the dark wax and the clear wax. So stay tuned for that. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I waited 2 hours in between the 2 coats that I put on my table. And now I have my my dark wax right here. It says Antique Wax by the Waverly brand. And I also found I had just a little bit of clear wax left over, and this should be enough for this project. And I also have a white wax, and the reason why I want to use some white wax, I only purchased this little bottle, I think it was like $1.67 I believe, is because sometimes when you put the dark wax on or even the clear wax on, it kind of gives the paint a tint, and I don't want it to be too darker than the piece that's hanging up. Now, if you were going to just use the clear wax, this does act as a sealant as well, this clear wax. But after I'm done with this, I am going to use my Krylon matte paint that I have over, and I'm going to give it a coat of that. I'm not really too much worried about this table because this table held up the last time that I painted it. It doesn't get a lot of use besides me changing decor in and out. You know, it sits right here. Nobody bothers it or anything, so it doesn't get scratched or buffed up or anything. So now I'm going to show you guys what I do in order to achieve the distressed look without sanding. Okay, so I'm going to place some of this dark wax on a paper plate here. Uh-oh, a little bit too much. I didn't need all of that. Okay, and I also have a white rag. It's actually an old t-shirt, but we want to use a lint-free cloth, and so I'm using the white t-shirt. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this white wax, and I'm also going to take a little bit of the clear wax. Okay, I'm going to show you guys just a sec what's going on over here. Okay, so on my plate I have the dark wax here, and then here I have the clear wax, and then I'm going to mix in a little bit of this white wax. So just dropped it there. You probably can't see it because of, I don't know, lighting issues and color and all of that. So I am going to use the bottom of my sponge just to stir in that clear and white that I use. And I'm going to show you guys what I do to distress that. Just going to wipe it off with the rag. Okay, I think I have you back far enough. Okay, so I really just want to mainly try to get like the edges of the table, and this dark wax dries pretty fast, so that's one reason why you need the clear wax to rub it out. And I'm just lightly going over the edges. I want to start with the edges first. So as you can see, I hope you guys can see that. I don't know how good this lighting is, but I'm just going to start with the edges, and you don't want to paint it on. You just want to lightly put it on. And sometimes, just to make sure I achieve that look, I'll let it set for a few seconds before I start to rub it out. So if you guys can see, you can see that brown. Now if I was to take this t-shirt without that, if you can see that brown is still on there. So what you want to do is go in with your clear wax, and when you do that, you rub a lot of the brown away, and at the same time you're buffing in your clear wax. And let me tell you, this can get kind of messy, so you want to make sure you have enough rags or a big enough t-shirt. And there you can see most of the brown is gone. I'm going to bring you guys in a little closer so you can see. I'm going to bring you in just a little bit closer so you can see. I hope my light is good. Now if you can see, now you can see that just a little bit of it is distressed. So all that brown that was on there, you can see it's gone away. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up, and then I'll come back and show you guys what the table looks like using that method. Okay, so this is it, you guys. I am done with my table. I don't know why my light is yellow. I have to fix that. I don't know why. Okay, this is it, you guys. This is the finished project. And I really like the way this came out. This was really simple, really easy to do. And now I kind of have this little set here. So I've done the distressing to it with the wax. And I am going to go ahead, and I've already sprayed my matte sealer on there. It's dry to touch in an hour, but then like 24 hours you can start using it. So I'm going to go ahead and let it finish drying overnight. And then you guys will see it all dressed up in my fall home tour coming right after this video. So stay tuned for that video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys. I hope this inspired you guys to transform a piece or something that you thought of maybe giving away or throwing away or something. You know, like I said, this was very cheap and easy to do. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, God bless.